Thank you for the welcome. How's everyone doing here? Awesome. Cool. Nice. All right, cool. So let me open up the chat. I know Nicole, you'll quarterback and see what we have in there. Smart shows recordings. Okay. I do see
Nicole,
one
you're on
comment
mute.
in there. Actually, two comments now, Frida. I was expecting that, Frida. I see you. But I do have pictures that I prepared because I knew that Frida would ask for the baby picture. So we'll definitely show that afterwards. And then as far as recording, I see that treasurer. I'm not sure who that person is, but yet my health angel records all the sessions because then afterwards, if you guys want to go and look at these videos of my sessions, you'll be able to. So that's why if you are seeing that recording, that's the reason why.
Okay.
Okay.
Julius, I can't rename. I was on a previous Zoom meeting and I put that on there because I needed it treasure. And when I do the three little dots, it doesn't come up to change the name.
We actually have that disabled just for the purpose of this call, but I will just enable it right now. So you're able to
okay. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Oh, I see Ashley's comment in there too.
Yeah, I didn't know it could be disabled. Thank you.
Sorry about that. I just allowed you to do it now if you would like to.
Yeah,
do it.
all right. No problem.
There you go, Julie.
Nice.
Okay, perfect. All right. And then, okay, so question, I do see that, so Warren, I do see though that you had a question regarding the McPhee, that they're harassing you. And, you know, Julius, with the McPhee, we've talked about that before, but, and I believe you, Warren said it pops up on the screen every few minutes, he said. His McPhee, the antivirus thing, I believe it is.
Yeah, I tried to do what they said. I Googled it and they said, go in there and turn something off, but it didn't work. McAfee's outsmarted the computer on how to turn them off.
I see. So Warren, now let me ask you, are you paying for McAfee?
No.
Okay, so you're not paying for it.
No, they just want me to buy it and I don't want to buy it. And so I'd like to get rid of them. I mean, and so this computer, my nephew put it together for me some time back, and it's not unheard of that back somewhere back there, it might have been on there, but it's not on there now. And so they're saying, you know, you're unprotected. And I mean, I understand all that, but I just want to get them off because if they come up, it stops everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Like I've been hearing a lot of McAfee, Norton stuff popping up. So there's the real stuff and there's the fake stuff. The real stuff, like Warren, if you have like McAfee that was on that computer previously and it's popping up, that actually can happen, and they're just trying to get you to resubscribe to their services. So if you want that to stop, what you could do, you're on the Windows machine like Microsoft.
Yeah.
You can go into the control panel.
Okay.
And from the control panel, you want to get to the programs. And if it is indeed installed on that computer, and it was at some point, then in the programs, you should see it in alphabetical order. Sometimes you could show the icons or you could show a list view of the programs. You just want to find McAfee and then right click it and then uninstall it.
Okay.
Once you do that,
okay.
Yeah, that should go away. Now, if it's fake, which we're getting a lot of nowadays, like I have a lot of people reach out and they'll say, hey, Norton's reaching out to me, or McAfee's reaching out to me, and they're trying to get me to sign up, or I just paid them X amount of dollars and now they want me to pay them X amount of dollars. That's not real, those pop-ups as well as those emails. So I'll show you all, if you guys are getting anything like, let me just show you here on my screen. All right, here we go. Can you all see my screen here? It's showing like my emails. Yeah?
Yep. That's
okay.
That's what mine's McAfee.
Okay, so I want to just show you all like even though I'm on a Mac computer and I'm looking at via Mac Mail, the goal to try to teach you all is to look at who it's from and the warning signs if you're getting this, because it's happening a lot in the last couple of months. I've always seen this, but in the last couple of months, it's happening even more. So I save all of my junk emails because I like to look at this stuff to see what you all possibly may be getting. So here's one from Norton. One of the first signs that I know that this is fake is that who it's from, it says warning. Okay, so you always want to look at if they're trying to make you do something to try to scare you, that's the first tactic. So warning, that's their name. If I click the drop down on here, this is the email address that it's coming from, and it's kind of small, but it's a bogus email address. So you can always look at who it's from hang on, let me actually take this off. Give me 1 second. Can you all hear me still? Okay. So you can always see who it's actually from. And if that's not from McAfee.com or Norton.com, Costco.com, Amazon.com, it's probably fake. The next thing is that it's saying my Norton subscription has expired. Another thing that sticks out to me, I don't even see Norton's logo, McAfee's logo. It's not in here. It might paint it the same colors, but it's not it. So they're trying to say your PC is unprotected. Well, I know I don't even have a PC. So that's another thing you want to look at. And all of this stuff now, if you click one of these links, if you unsubscribe, it's going to take you to a bad place. So for all of you, if you are getting a legitimate Norton or McAfee or any type of virus protection notification, if you would like to renew, by all means, renew it. Just go to their website and you can renew it if you don't feel comfortable clicking on that message. But if you are getting something like this here, Lowe's, I have $90. This is not really Lowe's. Just make sure that it's coming from Lowe's. And we know that this is not Lowe's. Look at the email address. Okay? So let me just stop sharing that here. And that's it, Warren. So yeah, check the control panel, programs, right-click McAfee if it's on there, and then you should be able to get that off your computer.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay, so Eleanor actually had a question, which happens a lot. I got an email from Apple. Well, says it's Apple, right? That was not from Apple, asking for account information, and I get that all the time as well.
Well, the reason I wanted to say something about it is this was absolutely the most perfect simulation. The address was right, Apple ID, everything was beautiful. And then it gave me a number that I was going to have to put in because it said that, something was wrong. And what bothered me is I called Apple and I told this guy about it. He said, well, that's a fake email and just don't do anything. And I said, well, shouldn't I report it? He said, no, just don't do anything. And so I didn't listen to him. I did send it to the company under the, report phishing email. Sure. But, you talked about all the things to look for. This one had nothing to make it look that it wasn't good. The only clue is that it had my email address and it wanted me to change my password. So the email addresses are being bought and sold all over the place. And so it had it perfect, my email, and it gave me this number to put in so that I could change my password. And thank goodness I just didn't feel good about it. And it was a scam. So just be warning, because it's an Apple and, they can't protect everything like they used to be able to.
No, that's really good. I'm glad you made that comment because people get it a lot. My question for you, Eleanor, what about the email address that it came from?
It was Apple. It was Apple.
Okay. So
that's the first thing I looked at. And it was so legitimate. Everything was so perfect. So they are getting better at doing that than they used to be.
Yeah, so
I still get those other ones where it's got 15 different letters, XPYXU. And I know that those are no good, that I won this and won that. But this one was so perfect that I guess I patted myself on the back after not believing it, because it looked so real.
That's good. It's like most of these companies, once you sign up for their services, especially with Google, Facebook, Apple, they're not going to get you to verify your information after that date. Like usually they'll send you like a little code perhaps to like your cell phone to validate their phone, or maybe an email if you're switching emails. After that, they could care less about you. They wouldn't do it. So I'm so glad you didn't fall for it, because a lot of people will fall for the scam. They are getting better, and they can mirror the actual email. You rarely see that, but you do see it time and time again. So if you get something like that, please, so you're not a victim of these scams, because they really don't care about your situation. Once they take your money, they're not going to give it back, and they're not going to care about your story. Just, I would rather, if you get that email, just don't answer the email. Just call up Apple or go to their website, reach out to them directly. Go to McAfee, go to Norton, to their website, norton.com, so that you don't follow the email, because it could be legit depending upon the message, or it may not be. And if you all have any questions, you can always email it. If you get an email like that you're really not sure of, email it to hello@nerdalert.com, and we'll take a look at it for free and just tell you like, hey, this is not real. Don't go with it. All right?
Yeah. Yeah, they come in a lot. And that's for sure. Just, okay. So everybody, we could put that, Ashley, if you want to just put the email in the chat, the hello@Nerd Alert, in case anybody wants to, it finds that might help for them. Okay. So Phyllis wants to host, she's celebrating her birthday in September, and she wants to host a Zoom party. Any suggestions for a crash class to host family and friends? Just really how to start a Zoom to invite them to that Zoom, I guess, would be the question, so that she can invite friends and family to join a Zoom at 12 o'clock on Saturday or whatever,
Yeah, Phyllis. So you've never started a Zoom before, correct?
Hold on, let's unmute Phyllis. Phyllis, if you want to unmute, go ahead.
No, I haven't.
Okay. So the first thing is that I do know, do you have a paid account or a free account?
I have a free account.
Okay.
But I know you have to pay for special events. Right.
Yeah. So for instance, like I know you can do Zoom, at least at up until the last time I looked at it was like a month ago. You can host events with the free account, but I think they cut you off at either 40 or 45 minutes.
40.
I can't remember the 40. Yeah. So just be cognizant of that. So if you host that meeting, once you get to that step, then you don't. And again, I know some people who would let everyone know, and then just say, hey, once it cuts off, everybody jump back on, because then you could go another 40 minutes instead of
the
paying
same
for
link.
it.
Yeah, the same link.
No, I don't mind paying for it. I think I attempted something several years ago, but I had to cancel it, and they reimbursed me the money back. They reimbursed me. I was so shocked. It was death in the family, and I couldn't host what I was supposed to do. And they sent me my fund back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
So you have the option. You could pay, if I'm not mistaken, it's around $14 to $15 per month.
Okay.
And you can go for just 1 month, pay for it, host your party, and then you can cancel it afterwards. Just you would remember your credentials, go on there and make sure you cancel it. In order to start it, let me see here. The best way, I think, because I want to give you step-by-step directions, and being that I'm actually on Zoom, I can't show you that actual screen. So.
And I don't want to take up everyone else's time. So if you put it in like a format, I can access it at another time.
Absolutely. So that's what I'll do. I'll actually send you some information via link. And then that way, it'll kind of give you step by step so that you'll be able to host that Zoom call with no problems. It's really easy. Just follow these steps and you'll be set.
I'll invite you too.
Done. Sounds good, Phyllis. Thank you.
Okay. And then Susan Kraus said that she has Google Photos, which has the pinwheel with all the colors on it. And then she also has another photo app that looks like a color burst as well, like a kaleidoscope logo. What are the differences? And she wants to know if she's duplicating all her photos.
Okay, Susan, I'm not sure what the other program is, unless you tell me that particular app.
Julius,
But yes. No, I cannot see it. I just see your face now.
Oh,
like you're holding it.
wait a
Okay.
minute. Here we go.
Okay, so you have Google Photos and you have photos that are on your iPhone. You have an iPhone, right?
Yes.
So the Photos app comes standard on the iPhone. That's the app I use personally because it is connected to the iCloud. So all of my stuff is being backed up. And I prefer to use that particular app. Now, Google Photos can work in conjunction with Photos, where you could be saving some photos in Google Photos as well as in Photos. You would have to look at both of them to look at the different apps and say, well, I have that photo here and I have that photo here. But if I were you, just so you're not confused, I would choose one.
And which one do you think I should choose?
I like Google Photos definitely for Android. I like Google instead of all of the other stuff on Androids, but I think that the photos on the iPhone, because it's created by Apple, works better on an Apple phone. And they're both really, really good apps, don't get me wrong. But when it comes down to Apple's ecosystem, it just meshes so much better with everything that you're doing. So as soon as you take that photo, it automatically goes into the Photos app.
Thank you, Julius.
All right, you're welcome.
Okay. Yeah, Julie added in about the Zoom that it used to be unlimited, and she was just on last week. Cut it off at 40 minutes, and that the phone option is no longer available on the free account. But there is that option that if you are on a 40-minute Zoom and you don't want to pay for it, you can always join the link again and again. You could join it for 10 million times that day. It doesn't matter. You don't have to join. You don't have to pay for it. Everyone just has to know if this cuts off, just rejoin. Just go right back to the link as if it's 10 o'clock when we started this. It's like it's a hack, I guess. I don't know. Everyone knows it. We've learned it over the years. But that is an option. So no one really has to pay if you don't, it's not necessary. So now Rochelle asks, how do you get the emojis to send on Messenger? How do I put a picture onto a site from my photos?
Okay, Rochelle, you there?
Yeah, if you want to unmute. Hold on. Hang on.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, got you. So the first thing you're trying to get emojis to send on Messenger, like Facebook Messenger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here, let me see if I could share. All right, let me go here. And what type of phone are you using it on an Android or an iPhone?
No, I have an iPhone and an iPad.
Okay, so here, I'll share my screen with you so you could see it. All right, 1 second. Okay, here we go. So I have the Messenger app, the Facebook Messenger app on my iPhone. So it's on the bottom, second to last row. Mm-hmm. So it's this little guy. Once you go in here, let me just say, don't show again so you could see. So if you notice, like, I don't have a lot of chats here, but if I'll say I'll create a new chat. So at the very top right, I'll hit that little message button with the pen and the paper. You see that? Once I tap on that, I'll choose a person and I'll go with CM Matthews. And so now I just tapped in that little section where I can type. And first I'll just type a message so you all could see it. And then to the right of that, I have a little smiley face. You see that? If I tap on that, then I get all of these little stickers here. You see that? And then I could choose, and then I can send with the little airplane right there, the little triangle facing to the right. Tap on that. Now my message with hello and a little emoji or the sticker just came through. In addition to that, I also have regular emojis that are built into my phone. So again, going back to the typing where it says that, you know, you see the little cursor blinking, I'll say hello again. And on my keyboard, you see the little smiley face next to the 1, 2, 3, bottom left?
Yeah.
If I tap on that, then I can give them more emojis. These are already built into my phone.
Yeah, those aren't the kind I meant. I meant kind that say happy anniversary and happy birthday.
Okay, so those are, you could actually get those from, you're going to get those from the, is it gifts that you want?
It's gifts, right. I'm pretty sure it's gifts.
So right there, here's like, if you notice, I just tapped in this section here where I was going to type. I hit the little arrow. I tapped on the little smiley face again. And if you see the third underneath the AA, it says GIF.
Yeah.
So then once I tap on that and then I say happy birthday, I'll just say happy birthday.
Okay.
And then this will give me all of like happy birthday gifts. And then I could, you know, just tap on one of these here and then I'll be able to send that right over.
Okay. So I just have to look for GIF.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And the second part of your question was, let me go back to it. How do I put a picture on a site from my photos?
Right.
What site are you trying to put this on? A photo?
Don't laugh. Dating site.
Oh, no, I won't laugh. Listen, it's totally fine. And that, are you going to be doing it from your phone or like your computer?
I have an iPad or iPhone. I could do it either way.
Okay, so both are going to be sort of the same. Now, what'll happen is, like, let's say whatever app you're on, it should, when you go to post a photo, because I can't show you step by step, but I want to give you the idea. So when you go to the section, let's say you need to put a profile picture up there, in addition to add more photos of yourself, there should be a section where you're in your profile, and then it should say like, add a picture, upload a picture, and you would like tap right there. And then it should either, if you haven't given it license already, it should say allow whatever app you're using to have access to your photos on your iPad or your iPhone. So you want to give it the license to access your photos. And it doesn't mean they're going to steal all your photos. It just means that whenever you want to post a photo, they can easily get into your photos and post it up there. So once you tap on add a photo, upload a photo, whatever verbiage they have, then it should pull up the photos that are currently in your Photos app on your iPhone or your iPad. And so you want to make sure you already have that photo there. Once you do that, then you should be able to tap on the photo and there should be some indication of like a check mark on that photo to let you know you chose that one. And then there should be an option to either say upload or choose, use this photo. All the language is different on different websites. And then once you do that, you'll go through the process. They'll post on there and then it should be there.
Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. My pleasure.
Okay. Marion, you want to unmute? Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
Yes, Julius, I have a question. When I go into my Yahoo email and I click on the message, and then it comes up for me. The one I'm interested in is, say for instance, Renewal by Anderson. They do windows. So before I scroll, there's a little square box, and it's got these quigglies, I think, on all four corners. But when I click on it, it brings up a screen for me that I have to either put his advertisement into a new tab, or either I can open it, and then from that point, once I open it, I'm gone into a cloud, and then the cloud shows me, what work he wants done. And then once I do the work he wants done, I just close it. Do you understand? Are you familiar?
No, so just to be clear, you're saying you're going to Yahoo to go and log into your email there?
Yes.
And then once you get to Yahoo, you then what's the next step you actually do?
Well, I click on each email. Well, not all of them.
Uh-huh.
And when I click on one that's from an advertising company,
yes,
it has that little box there, where the heading says Renewal by Anderson, you can get windows and all this stuff. Well, the little box is there right on top on the right, not all the way, but right over the name of the company, and I click it.
Hang on, I have an old Yahoo email, so let me pull this up, and then you show me. Okay, here we go. So here's my Yahoo email, and I just logged in. Now you're saying when you click on these boxes here?
No, on the first one line to, yes, those boxes.
Like right here?
On the other side of that green thing, it doesn't matter that much. But.
Oh, wait. Oh, on the other side of here? You mean like right here?
You got a little lighten up, yeah, in that area.
Okay, so should I click on it now?
Yes.
Okay. And then what do you see?
I see Yahoo, treat yourself to an.
Okay. You still there, Marion?
I think she froze.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Marion, I see you moving again. So on your screen here, when you the thing that you're trying to do, you're saying the company pops up another message afterwards?
Right. But the message is in that where you click for this one brought up Yahoo. You have to click one, I don't know. A lot of times a guy may send it, and I don't know what it is until I click on it.
I'm blocking ads. I'm wondering if, let me see if this changes anything to see. Is it something like this right here, this advertisement, this first one called Truist Bank? You see how it says ad there? Let me blow it up.
Is that? Oh, yeah. No, not the ads. Don't click on those.
Okay. So yeah, these are my messages here. This is how I would see them. But it doesn't seem like I'm seeing the same thing that you're seeing.
Oh, okay.
But what is your goal? You're trying to do what with these messages? Hey, Marion, can you hear me?
I can now, yes.
Okay, what's your goal? What are you trying to do with these messages?
Well, once I open them, I want to complete what they want done. Sometimes they'll have like a little box, and maybe at the top, say you cut it into fours, at top, it may be like a blue shade. Well, they're asking me to do some type of work for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so this is a company that you normally, they want you to do work for them?
Yes.
Okay. Without seeing what they're asking you, because I wouldn't be able to replicate it, it's hard. I don't want to guide you in the wrong direction. It's hard to kind of tell you which step, because this is a junk email that I set up in like 2000, and I don't have like an email to like kind of replicate what you're going through, to show you the steps to go through. So it seems like you're getting it from a specific company, and you want to click on it and do what they're telling you to do. What's the name of that company that you're trying to? Okay, yeah, you just froze again for me.
That I work for is Wendy Berlin. I get stock, I get trade, I get political. So I have to know what to do, but I just thought maybe you were familiar with that particular,
yeah, unfortunately I'm not. I wish I was, but I maybe if you want, you could send an email to like hello@nerdalert.com, and then, just send me some screenshots of what you're going through, and maybe I can help you that way.
Okay.
That
Okay.
might be easier, yeah.
All right, perfect.
Question Eleanor had, can you download the WhatsApp app on a Apple tablet?
Yes, you should be able to. I've only done it on the Macs and PCs and smartphones. Let me just see. WhatsApp. And let me confirm. I only see, it may be the iPhone version of the app, but I know one of the things that they require, let me see here. Yeah, I see a messenger app, messenger for WhatsApp, but it does not, I'm not seeing it on the WhatsApp website. Let me see. Yeah, I only see Android, iPhone, Mac, or Windows. So you might be able to download the WhatsApp app for iPhone on an iPad. I've never tried it, but they've always only had these two, Android and iPhone. Then they added Mac and PC some years ago, where you would still have to validate it from your iPhone or your Android.
Have you tried it, Eleanor, or are you just like, it's just you try? Yeah.
No, a friend of mine was gonna buy a tablet, and he said something about using that for WhatsApp, and I didn't know. And I said, well, I'll see if I can find out.
Okay.
Because I use it on my phone and my laptop.
Exactly.
But I'm going to be going away, and I thought it would be nice if I could do it on the iPad, but
yeah,
it doesn't sound like you can do that.
Yeah, because they want the authorization. WhatsApp is a very super duper secure app, so they need to connect it with a phone number to validate that you have a number. And then when you put it on like your Mac or your Windows computer, you still have to validate it through your phone, just like you did when you set it up. So I've never done it on the iPad, but I wasn't sure if you could. But I know definitely the other two.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I see that Bernice had asked, previous session, you mentioned the name of antivirus company other than Norton that you use, which is can you give that name again?
Yeah, that company is called ESET. E as in Edward, S as in Sam, E as in Edward, and I'm going to put in the chat as well. Everyone. ESET, T as in Tom, ESET.com. We don't get any money from this company. I just, over the years, I like the security that they provide for Mac and PCs. And I think it's great. They always pop up with messages if they're letting you know that something's too dangerous or not. So you just have to follow the prompts. It will not stop spam emails from coming in, but it should prevent and help you stop the viruses and any type of malware when something pops up on your computer to tell you if it's good or bad.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're very welcome.
All right, Frank Sibley, go ahead if you want to unmute, and then we'll get, I see Frida, Sharon, and Rose. So go ahead, Frank. Hang on.
Yes, hi. There was a previous My Health Angel video chat that I wanted to attend but was busy about foot pain. Did I understand correctly that these are taped and I could access that meeting?
Yeah,
Listen
some of our events are, most of them are. There are a few that are exceptions, but the foot pain would be under, Ashley, is there a tab on Stephanie, Dr. Kane?
Yes, I'm sending it in the chat.
Okay, so yeah, and you can look up, if you go to myhealthangel.com, on the top of the tab, there's videos. And if you just click on that, you can see you can catch all of Julius's past videos and amongst a bunch of others, and the foot pain. And she's going to be back with us, I believe, in September to do a live presentation as well.
I'll still have the pain in September, I'm sure.
Well, then definitely join, definitely sign up. myhealthangel.com, look for Dr. Stephanie Kane. I believe it's in September, right in the beginning of September, she's back with us.
Thank you.
So there you go. All right. And Frida, go ahead.
Hi, Julius.
Hey, Frida.
I'm going to try to put these questions into one. The first one is, why do some of the email go to spam, to the spam folder? Why?
So there's a couple of reasons. One, obviously, the obvious one is it could be looked at as spam by, like, let's say you have Google or AOL or whoever you have as your email. I think you said you had Google a while ago. And they will look at the emails that are coming in based upon other emails that they evaluate and say, this looks spammy. So one, they're looking at the email address in which it's coming from. And if it's really spam, they're just going to throw it right into your spam box. I feel that Google and Apple actually do a really good job in putting spam where it needs to be. I do see AOL getting better, Yahoo getting better, Hotmail or Live or MSN getting better at it, but they will just kind of look at what's going on out there and just say, hey, this is spam. They're also looking at the emails to look at the text, the copy that's in the email, and if something doesn't seem right, they're putting it in your spam box. In addition to that, let's say, Dorothy or Julie emailed me and my email thought that they were spam.
Yeah.
It can actually go in there as well until you have to say not spam. I still check my spam box for the bogus stuff. In addition to that, to see, like, if you fall into my spam by accident, then I need to teach my email, Google, whoever you have, to say, no, Frida's not spam. Put her in the inbox, and going forward, put her in the inbox. So I found that sometimes, like, if, someone's marked as spam, a couple of things could have happened. Maybe their email got hacked and it sent out a bunch of bogus messages. And there's a record of that out there. So they can look at that and say, hey, you've been blackballed, if you will. You're spam. So you'll go into someone's spam mailbox. That's how it happens.
Okay, because I was having some issue with My Health Angel, but I did go into the spam. I clicked on it, and then on the top it said on spam or something, and I did it. I got all the My Health summaries were there. So I kind of like, I fixed it, but it took me a while to go through the spam folder.
Nice.
And now I'm getting them. And then another
And sometimes you can add them, just another point, you can add them like My Health Angel. Let's say it happened to, what it did for Frida. You can even add them as a contact on your email list. And that just kind of lets them know, like, hey, these people are cool. So put them in my inbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I used to do it when I was working, but I forgot. I've been retired, will be 2 years next month. So how do I make a folder, the icon folder on my laptop, and then I transfer some of my emails to the folder?
So making a folder like on your desktop?
On my laptop, yeah.
Okay, so you have a PC, right? Or I think you said you had a Windows
laptop.
computer. Okay. So the thing is, like, let's say, for instance, a lot of people think that the trash can on your Mac or the recycle bin is like the trash and the recycle bin for your email. in addition to that, folders. That's not the case. So imagine, for instance, your email is in one room of the house. We're just looking at a house right now. And then you have the main garbage can. So for example, when we throw our trash in the kitchen, we throw the trash in the kitchen, and then Mondays and Thursdays, the big trash man comes out, and we take it from inside of our kitchen and we throw it outside, and they take it, it's gone forever. What the way your email is set up, it has its own trash can, and it's almost equivalent as to when I throw something out in the kitchen, it automatically goes outside, but it waits for a while for the trash can to pick it up. I say all this to say that if, like what Frida's asking, to save those emails in the folder on her desktop, could she do it? Absolutely. But that's not the best way, because you want to keep your folders within the email itself.
Okay.
So that you have that right on the side. That makes sense, Frida?
Yes, it does. Because my brother and I, we were going back and forth. He has special folders he made, on his laptop.
Yes.
But then I told him, but if you go somewhere else and you want to pull the information, you can't do it.
It lives only on the laptop.
Okay, so leave him in the email. All right, that's all I need.
Yeah, tell him he was wrong.
And he's an IT person. I'm going to tell him he's
nice.
wrong. Thank you.
You're welcome, Frida. My pleasure.
All right. So I see that Positive Pat chatted in that she read somewhere that spam text should be sent to 7726, but never see where I can forward on the text.
Hey, Positive Pat, I'm actually looking that up. I never heard about that number. Spam text 7726. Let me see here. Please don't edit. Okay, so I just pulled this up. It's from AT&T, T-Mobile, everyone. So if you were to forward a text, let me see here, and let me just share my screen. Okay, can everyone see my screen here?
Yeah.
So, Positive Pat, I know we don't have the same exact phone, but the idea will be the same. So let's say, for instance, let me pull this up. This was from Sean. Okay. So this is, we were doing this in a group workshop. So let's say, for instance, weird LOL was the text message I received from the bogus company. So on an iPhone, what I would do is just press and hold weird. And when I do that, I'm able to tap on more. And then you could see that text message itself was forwarded. I mean, it has a check mark there. And in the bottom right, I would hit the arrow to forward this over. Now, that's just copying the message itself. I'm looking to see, you can forward the message, but it just says, please don't order. It doesn't copy over the actual phone number or anything like that. So you could screenshot it, you could forward. Yeah, it doesn't stay. I'm looking at T-Mobile and I'm looking at AT&T.
Mm-hmm.
To forward the message, but it doesn't
whole
state
text message over.
Yeah, how you actually forward the number that they're sending from, because I can send you the message all day. Yeah, I don't see how you're. Yeah, so I guess they just want the text itself. So just how I was gonna do it, I guess whatever information that the companies are able to see, they could see a little bit more than what we could see, because it doesn't show Sean's text message, I mean his phone number. So I guess they're able to pull up their own records based upon the text that was sent to you, and you would forward that over. So I can send you over, let me show you all this here so you can see what I'm looking at. This is from AT&T, and this is how to do it from Android. I'll post both of these in the actual the chat, from Android phones as well as iPhones. Oh wait, the chat's disabled. I can send this over to Ashley. Let me do that. Forwarding. Oh wait, there we go. It's open. Perfect. So this is Android. I'm sending this over to Ashley now, and then she could share with you all. And then this is the iPhone, and it's a little step-by-step directions that you'll be able to see. So I guess what they're doing essentially is you could just send over the message that was sent to you. Maybe it's saying, hey, we're Bank of America, and then they'll be able to look on the back end, whichever carrier that you have, and then, you know, tap into that information and find out a little bit more about that phone number.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, on my email, it has like focus, and it has other.
Yes.
And I'm trying to get rid of that other. Why I don't need two email sections right beside each other. I don't know, and I don't know what causes some stuff to go to other and some to go to focus. Is the main one.
So are you looking at here, let me show you here. You have Outlook, outlook.com email, correct?
Right, Hotmail.
Okay, yeah. So Hotmail is actually on outlook.com to access it. And basically, this is what you would have to do, Pat, is basically you need to go to the top of your page and hit the settings little gear right here. Let me blow that up. And then in the quick settings, move the focus inbox toggle to off, and then everything should be in one inbox for you at that point.
Okay, on the page that the email is on.
Exactly. So it'll be like in the top, I think it's the top right, you'll see this little gear right here in the settings, and then you'll be able to, in the quick settings, move the focus box and just turn it off.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. My pleasure.
Okay. I see that Heather had asked a question that she's an eBay full-time seller. The pop-ups that are increasing in annoying frequency on eBay, or can I control them on my PC? I'm getting a new pop-up every time I change a screen. Thanks.
Yeah, it depends. Right now, a lot of these companies are getting really good at blocking your ad blockers. So let me show you here. Let me pull this up so you all could see it. So there are certain companies that does not allow you to really change their settings because you're like in their world and they rule it. But what you could do, like, so I'm on ebay.com, and here I want you all to see, boom, 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 here we go. Can you see at the very top right of my screen, like a little ABP? It's very small, looks like a stop sign, and it says Ad Block Plus. Okay, so what I use this site a lot. So Ad Block Plus, it's a free ad blocker. Now it's a really, really good thing. You can actually, I'm using Google Chrome. You can get it for Safari. You can get it for any browser that you're on. But what it should do is block any type of ads on that page. Now, if you find that you're still getting ads, that means that the page that you're on, such as a Facebook, they're overriding it because it's their worlds, it's their law, they can do whatever. But for the most part, like if I go to yahoo.com on here, this will tell me that I just blocked 2 ads. So on this page, I just blocked 2 ads. Or if I go to an AOL.com, it'll let me know I just blocked 13 ads right here. So you could try this to see if it helps out. It should. If it doesn't, then you know that it's just eBay just kind of controlling their environment because they get paid a lot of money for those ads to pop up in front of you.
Okay. All right. And then I do see that, there's a bunch of hands. We'll get to that in 1 second. I just want to finish out the chat here. There was, I know Julie, you had asked the question and Paige had replied about where to find the recording when you stored it in Zoom. Did that help? Is that okay?
Yes, it did. Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome. You're very welcome.
All right. And then Marguerite, the last question in the chat was, I bought a new iPad and it won't let me call my contacts like my other one did, even though it's synchronized with my iPhone 6.
Okay. Hey, Marguerite, I'm just looking for you there. Are you still there?
Marguerite, you want to unmute? No, she was in a car. She was driving, so I'm not sure if she could unmute. Shows that she's still here. Marguerite, are you there? I know she was driving. All right, well, let's get back to that then, because if she's not there.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to it. So let's go to Sharon, so we see.
Okay.
And we're going, it's at 4:53. So let's go to Sharon. Go ahead if you want to unmute.
Hi.
Hey, Sharon.
Hi, Julius. Okay, I have a couple of questions. First of all, I have an AOL account and I'm trying to set up a Google account.
Okay.
Email account rather.
Yes.
I have, I'm trying to look at my computer at the same time as talking to you. So
okay.
I got up to the part where I put in a new password, and then it says, which I don't know whether I should agree to this. It says Windows wants to access your Google account. It will allow Windows to read, compose, send, and permanently delete all your email from Gmail. See, edit, download, and permanently delete your contacts. See, edit, share, and permanently delete all of the calendars you can access using Google Calendar. And then it says, do you want to allow or cancel?
So are you trying to add your new Gmail account now to your Windows PC? Because it seems like you've already set up your Gmail account.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's kind of like up to you. So if you want to add that to your Windows PC and use like Outlook or their mail application, is that their mail application that you're seeing?
I think so.
Yeah. If you look on the bottom there, do you see like a little envelope down there on the bottom taskbar?
Oh,
like,
yes. Yes.
Okay. It's like a little blue envelope.
Right.
Okay. Right. So what that is that you have a gmail.com, which is like USPS. That's the post office. If you want to go there to send and receive your mail, that's great. What they're offering you is saying, hey, if you want a mailbox in front of your house, you can use this application and we'll go and we'll have the postman deliver it right there so you don't have to go to gmail.com, right? Some people like that. Some people actually don't. They like to go to the post office. They like to go to gmail.com. It's completely up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. But what Windows is asking you is that if you choose that mail application, which is a free application, They're saying we need, when you do this, we're going to pull all your emails here, all your contacts, everything from Gmail, and you'll be able to manipulate it as though you're at gmail.com, if that makes sense. So you're just giving it license. Now, if you didn't do that on purpose and you don't want your email coming to that little envelope and you're just going to go to gmail.com, then you could just skip that and just close that window out altogether. Oh, wait, you just went to, you muted. I can't hear you anymore.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so no worries. So that's something that you could give them license to do it. It's just that, let's say, for instance, you have 2 devices for the sake of the argument. And you, on one computer, you go to gmail.com and you see my email that I just messaged you. And then you agree to their terms on this computer that we're talking about, and you allow them to access your email, your contacts, and your calendars. It'll be stored there, but you'll see my email on that mail and gmail.com. And then you'll see my message there, and you'll say, delete right here via the mail icon. It'll delete on gmail.com too. So it just kind of keeps them in sync. The benefit of that mail client is what it is that you don't have to go to a gmail.com. You could just click on that envelope and it just kind of looks, it's more simplistic depending upon what you like. And it just serves you your email, your contacts, and put it all in one place for you.
But it can't erase my emails and things. I mean,
only if you give it, they're saying that if you hit the erase or the delete button, they have the right to delete and, on your behalf, what you delete. But it wouldn't do it on its own. Just only what you delete there. Yeah.
Okay. So
yes.
It's just start erasing everything that I have.
No, it won't. Only if you delete there, know that it will delete on gmail.com.
Okay.
And vice versa. You delete on gmail.com, you're going to see them delete it there as well.
Okay. I thought it was going to delete everything. And okay.
No.
Okay. All right. Yes. Now, I just accepted it and a message just came up and said, the group or resource is not in the correct state to perform the requested operation.
Yeah, that's an error message. Maybe perhaps you would have to maybe try to start it over again if you want it. But it seems like you just want to go to gmail.com to check your email, which that's what I said, move that to the side, skip it, and just continue to go to gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're very welcome, Sharon.
The other question, I was trying to follow you before when somebody asked you the question about the emojis.
Yeah.
Now, how do you, I didn't quite follow you.
Now, were you on Facebook? That was the Facebook Messenger question.
Oh, no, like if I want to send something, I want to send one of those funny happy birthday
like little gifts. Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you find them?
Do you have an iPhone or?
I have an iPhone.
Okay, so if are you just text messaging people?
Right.
Okay, so via text message, she was talking about via Facebook on an iPhone or an iPad. In this case, if you're just going to message here, let me just see here. Tap on message. If you notice, let's say, for instance, you want to send a message, I'll go here, right? So on this iMessage, I can just start typing my message if I like.
Okay.
Or now this is built into the iPhone itself. Hang on, I'm sorry. One second. I could just tap on this little icon. It looks like a little magnifying glass. It's red next to the music. You see that guy?
Yes. Oh.
This one right here. And it says images. If you tap on that, then I can do the same thing. It's built into your iPhone. And you can just say Hungary, type in whatever you want. And it'll give you these moving pictures, if you will. GIFs, GIFs. People say it differently.
Great. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome.
Okay.
All right, Rose, go ahead.
Okay, Julius, I want to know how I can transfer like my Google Calendar to the icon that's on my opening page, so I can open it to work on it or any of my other items, to pin to the bottom of my computer or the top, whichever way. Like my Health Angel, I want to put it in on the icon that shows up. Do you need to see that, what I'm talking about?
No, I know what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do this on your computer, correct?
Yeah, because like I said, I don't, there, see? Can you see it?
No, I'm unable to see it.
Okay, I'll go back. Come on, you blasted thing. Okay. Oh, geez Louise. I hate this thing.
Yeah, essentially what you have to do, Rose, if you want to add like the calendar, your Google Calendar to as an icon on your desktop,
Yeah.
it's a series of steps. It's not that it's hard, but it's a series of steps which you may say it's not easy. But it's more about and I can send you the link to it, but it's more you have to go to your Google Calendar, copy the URL of the web address itself, and then you
Okay.
have to go and right click on your desktop to add a shortcut. And then when you right click on your desktop, there's something that you can go down to new and then create a shortcut. At that point, you would paste, right click and paste that long URL in that field. And then you would create that, go through the steps. I think it's like 2 more steps. At the bottom right, you would hit, create or new or add. But it's a series of steps. So I'd rather send it to you, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what you have to go through to create it on your desktop to be able to get online and just click on it. The other option would be, which I like it, I don't like my desktop filled with a bunch of icons or bookmarks there. So what I usually do is I have all of my bookmarks on Google Chrome. Just when I click on Google Chrome, it opens up, and across the very top, I have all the frequent websites that I go to right there listed, and then it adds a second click, but that's not too bad for me. And all I would do is just click on Google, Google Calendar in your case.
Okay, but like I want to put my Health Angel so that I can click it without having to go through 95 steps.
Yeah, so if you do that, if you want to go to the My Health Angel website is what you're saying?
Right, I want to leave
Okay.
it so that I can get to it without having to go through 9 million steps, or keeping one My Health Angel in my email so that I can find it.
So this is what I would do. If you could see my screen.
Yes.
Like first off, at the top right over here, I'll click on the 3 dots.
Yes.
And then I would go down to bookmarks. And then go over to show bookmarks bar. Once I do that, underneath this where it says AOL.com at the top left, I see Safari stuff, YouTube, the MP3, and then this other little bookmark here.
Right.
So those are my bookmarks. So just
Okay.
like a book, in order to bookmark something, you have to go to that page and then say, this is my favorite bookmark. I want to put my bookmark here. So in this case, I would say My Health Angel. So myhealthangel.com, or you could Google it, right? And then if I click, this is the first option. You go to that page. Now I'm there. And I say, I just want to be able to go to this page whenever I want.
Right.
So at the edge of this little bar where it says My Health Angel at the top left, if you just take your arrow and go all the way over, you see this little button. This is to share this page to the right. But this is what you want, the bookmark tab.
Okay,
so
mine
this
looks
little
like
star.
a little ribbon.
Okay, so in mine, it's you'll bookmark this, and then once I hit that little star, it says, "Hey, you want to name it My Health Angel?" I can call it MHA. I can call it My Health Angel Events, whatever you want. But you want to make sure that it's added to the bookmarks bar or favorites bar, because that's on Apple, and bookmarks. Once you hit done, check it out. You see my little guy right up here?
Yeah.
So going forward, the next time that I open up Google Chrome, and I just push that off. The next time I open up Google Chrome, you all will see that now I have an extra bookmark. So I'm like, oh yeah, let me go here, click on My Health Angel, and I'm right there.
Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome.
Again.
Yes.
That's why he's here.
Julius.
All right.
I wanted to know if I could do something similar on AOL with my favorites and that little heart to what you were just telling her.
Yeah, it's very similar with the heart. I don't have the AOL program on my computer, but I've done it several times. So when you hit that heart, you're able to name that particular bookmark, whatever you want, Nerd Alert, My Health Angel, and then eventually you'll see them up top and they'll go across the board. But then once you get too many, there should be an arrow on the top right that'll drop them all down, and you'll see the rest of your bookmarks over there.
Okay. Yes. I'll experiment. I'll try. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, Dorothy.
All right, Estrelita, if you'd like to unmute, go ahead.
Hi.
Hey, Estrelita.
Hi. I had a question about syncing my emails across my devices, especially for deletions.
Okay.
And I had asked the community, and it was like, I printed out the instructions, but I wasn't able to accomplish it. So I have to delete the same emails across my 3 different devices. And I'm trying to see if I delete it on one device, how can I delete it on the other device without having to do it manually?
Sure. Yeah. What type of where's your email at like Yahoo, Gmail?
Gmail.
Okay. So if you have a Gmail account, the hardest work is already done because you got a Gmail account. All you need to do is just sign into all of those devices with your credentials for your Gmail. So that's your email address and your password. Gmail is set up already as what we call an IMAP, which means it keeps everything in sync. So if you delete in one place, it should delete everywhere automatically. That's just the way Gmail has worked for years, where you don't have to do anything extra. So let's say you have it on your iPad or your Android tablet, gmail.com on your Mac or your PC, automatically it should already be set up so that when you delete in one place, it should delete in all places.
Okay, so that's not happening.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would say if it's not happening, I would check the devices. Let me ask you this: do you have on all your devices? Have you received the latest email on all of them?
Yes.
Okay. And I would certainly check, because I haven't seen, you have 2 ways where that, the way email is set up. You have POP, P-O-P, and then the other one you have IMAP. Out the gate, Gmail is an IMAP, which does exactly what you're trying to do. Pop is usually the problem. And that's like an old antiquated system that Yahoo's just coming from live and so forth, where when you delete on one, you have to go and delete everywhere. Now, if that's not happening, I mean, I know I'm not sure if you're here in Florida, but I would love to see your devices to see why that's not happening, because that's a problem.
So would I go to email settings to see what's going on, or?
Yeah, what type of devices do you have?
So I have the Amazon tablet, and I have a HP PC and an Android phone.
Yeah, and so you're saying that if you delete on your Android phone, it's not deleting on your tablet.
Correct.
Yeah, I've never seen Gmail be like set up in a different way. And I didn't even know you had an option to do pop, which is what you're stating that you have going on.
Well, I don't know if I have pop, but that's what you're saying. It's operating as if I have pop.
Yes, that's what it seems like. And I'm just going to.
So I'm going to settings on my PC. I'm in my email, and.
Yeah, because you could have pop. You have to go in there and configure pop. But if you want to turn that off, like one of the things you could do, because gmail.com that is the server, that's where everything comes from. So you could essentially.
So don't go through my email, just go to www.gmail.com.
Yeah, but I would say, removing those emails off those devices and re-adding them, it should automatically add as an IMAP instead of a pop, because I'm looking at Gmail, you would have to set that up where it's a pop email.
Okay, because I just looked at focused inbox. Well, maybe should I contact? I'm just trying to see who can I contact to,
Maybe if you go to like whatever, like let's say, they could help you, and I'm talking about like just some free help, so you don't, get charged for. Like if you go down to whoever your carrier is, like a Sprint or AT&T or someone like that.
Yeah,
so just have them. You could remove your account from your phone, like completely, and then re-add it with the credentials, email address and password. It'll pop up, and it should automatically, unless you have something turned on from the gmail.com and the settings side to say everything should be pop, that's the only way that can make everything pop. So I would check those settings first on gmail.com.
Okay, so in the settings, it manage accounts?
No. Are you on gmail.com?
No, I'm in my actual email, but I have to go to.
Yeah, gmail.com is going to be
the best place.
They kind of create the laws. Yeah, gmail.com, because then you could see if it's set up, because you could have it set up like a pop account. And you would have to literally manually go and do that, and someone probably did it at some point in time if you're experiencing that.
So I should be IMAP, IMAP?
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
I'll look into that. Thank you.
And once you do that, that's going to solve all your problems. Hang on 1 second. You're welcome. Okay.
All right. So Al, I see there's 3 last questions here, because I know we have to wrap this up. So Allie, then Diana, and Marguerite. I know we had your question up before and we couldn't find you, but there you are. So yep, go ahead. Allie, go ahead.
Can you all hear me? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I was wondering, and this is such a great forum, backing up voice memos so that it's not just on my phone only, where I can access it from other devices such as my laptop. Like, how would one do that?
So the voice memos on your iPhone, you want to back
I have
those
an Android. I have an Android, and I'm always keeping my old phones because I'm thinking I don't know how to get the information off of there, the data. And even though the service provider will say, no, we transferred everything. Invariably, there's stuff that's not transferred over. So I don't trust trading in my phone and I've relinquished it and then it's gone forever and I have no idea. And then when I get my new phone, it's not on there.
Yeah, so voice memos, when you're saving them, are you saving them to the actual SD card on your Android?
That is a whole nother issue. I think both, because my phone is always full and I have an expandable SD card. And so they're on the SD card, even though my phone, even now it's saying I can't use my message feature because my data is full. However, I can still use voice memo. I guess it's going to the SD card. I don't know.
Yeah, it will be hard to determine, but I can tell you enough about that. So if something, one of the things with Androids, it's good and bad. So one, good from a standpoint where you can expand your storage without going to buy a new device. Apple devices, you have to make that decision at that very point. Otherwise, you will have to go and get a new device if you want to keep on expanding your memory or your space, right? The bad side when it comes down to Androids is that if you do not know where your information is being saved, you kind of end up where Ali is, where it's like, I don't know if it's here or there. And it's hard for me to determine, but what it seems like is that some of your stuff is being saved to the phone itself, and some of your other stuff is being saved to this SD card. So one of the things I would suggest, not even maybe, is to whoever like your carrier is, maybe you can kind of go to them and ask them to say, hey, can you ensure that everything is going to this expandable SD card that I just purchased? Because I'm sure you probably bought a little bit more room than what you have. And if you, for example, if you got a 128 gigabyte SD card or 256, you should have ample space to save all of your stuff, right? And then when you actually transfer to a new phone, you could, just rest assured that everything is on that device, because it'll tell you that in the settings. I mean, not device, but the SD card. And then when you get that new phone, you pop that guy out and you can put it right into the new phone and then have them set it up out the gate so that it's always saving to that particular SD card.
Right, but because I have cognitive, what do you call it? Like executive functioning challenges, I use my device for everything. And so I'm always going to run out of memory, and I have an expandable to 1 terabyte, memory capacity on my phone. However, if I'm always transferring to another phone when it's already full, there's no way I'm going to be, so I guess I keep like a file of my SD cards where I can access old memos, voice memos. I haven't figured that out.
Yeah, I mean, well, another thing that you could do is that you could take that SD card out of your phone, put it in another little compartment, if you will, or it's almost like an adapter, and plug that into your computer.
Right.
Drop everything off to your computer. It's not easy, but it's not hard. At the same time, I do it, but I wouldn't be able to give you step by step. But that's one of the options where you could. If you're talking about terabytes of information, I would definitely have a way to take that chip out and back it up to your computer, so that you have it on. But I mean, a terabyte, that means that your computer needs to be at least 2 terabytes or something like that, because you're going to run out of space there.
Or an external hard drive.
Or external hard drive. If you can hook up that external hard drive and get like a 2, 3, 4 terabyte. I mean, you can get a lot of hard drive space with an external hard drive.
And similarly, when getting new laptops, I, have moved and had stuff in storage that I pulled out of storage, and I had like my old computer, and I have my old laptop, which weighs like 5 pounds or whatever. And instead of, hoarding technology that's antiquated. The reason I've held on to it is because I didn't know what to do with the hard drive. How do I either wipe it or save the data, or I don't know what to do so that I don't lose it, where I can get rid of the device, but not have to worry about someone having access to my personal data that I don't even remember what it is anymore.
Yeah, what I would suggest, I mean, we do it all the time when we're converting people to a newer device. We either, we back up their information and then we do the data transfer. And I think about it as like moving from home to home, right? You're moving into a new home. Before we just put all of this furniture in this new home, just let's go and clean some stuff out. Perhaps you don't want that picture anymore, or you don't want that couch. You're going to get a new sofa, right? So clean out the old device, get rid of the stuff that you actually don't need, so that you're not carrying over all of that furniture into the new home and then having to do the cleanup there. Because most people, in both scenarios, right, furniture as well as a device, they won't do the cleanup there. Then they'll do the same thing with another device. So I would say do the cleanup, get rid of the stuff that you don't need or duplicate files. Back it up in a place if it's really important on an external hard drive, and or if it's that important, redundancy such as the cloud. Like you have Google Drive, you have Dropbox, you have iCloud Drive. One of those options to back the information up in the cloud. But obviously there's some cost that's associated with that, monthly or yearly. And then once you have everything that you need and you move everything over to the new place and then you put everything in storage, then you can wipe that device. There are secure ways to wipe a device. And depending upon which device you have, it's HP, if it's Dell, if it's a Mac, there's some literature online that kind of tell you how to wipe it clean in the most secure possible way if it's like really that data that you don't really want to get out there, and it just puts a bunch of zeros behind information instead of just putting like 1 0, if that makes sense. So there's very secure ways to do it. I've seen people do it I wouldn't call it the old school way, but basic way, which they take a hammer to their hard drive after taking it out and go and let out some frustration. I don't recommend that. I'm just letting you know what I've seen out there. So there's a few different ways.
I appreciate that. And who would that person be to assist me with that? Because it's too complicated for me to do. There's several computers. I don't know.
I would say a local tech company around you that, you can kind of look at their services to see, any company that's going to do basic tech support, or any type of tech support and doing data transfers, hardware. They should be knowledgeable enough to help you move your data over to the right spot. In addition to that, help you wipe that drive clean properly.
Okay, a local tech company. All right. Yeah. And maybe it would be advantageous to get one of those. I don't know if there's like a membership like Geek Squad or whatever, but I didn't buy it from there. But maybe there's a way just to save on like per service or a fee per service transactions if I need things done instead of paying the full Monty. Maybe there's a membership. I have unlimited.
It's a possibility. Yeah, I don't know.
Miles or something.
Yeah, there may be. I'm not sure. I know Geek Squad has a bunch of different services, and they're pretty well known. There's a bunch of companies out there such as Geek Squad, like it's or mom and pop shops. And I say mom and pop shops not to say that they don't know what they're doing, but it's a lot of little small tech companies out there that should have the know-how to help you out.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. My pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Nicole, you're.
Sorry. Last question, Diane B. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you? I think I've asked you this before, but anyway, whenever my husband forwards emails to me, and I mean, we have our iPads next to each other, it goes to trash. And I don't know why. I mean, I've looked on the contact list. His email is on the contact list. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I would try. I think you did ask that. I'm
did
not sure.
several weeks
So
ago. Yeah.
perhaps did you ever check your settings to see if there's a filter set up? Because there could be something that says as soon as you get an email from Joe Schmo, we'll call it, put it in trash. I've seen that happen where it was done by accident. And it just literally moves it. It doesn't even push it in the inbox. It just automatically pushes it to trash. So I would check your filters, but you would have to go.
How do I check my settings on my filters? You know
It
what I
would
mean?
be what's your email address? Like ending in what?
Verizon.
Okay, so it will
his
be
as well as Verizon.
You would have to go to like Verizon, however you log into your email, like Verizon.com, and then go in there to sign in to see your email there, not just on your iPad or your iPhone. It has to be the source. So if your email, let me see here, check Verizon email. So it's actually so does your email end in Verizon.net?
Correct.
Okay. So Verizon is no longer hosting their email. They're saying that you can either access it by going through mail.aol.com.
Yeah.
Or Verizon.yahoo.com. They're giving you two options.
Verizon.yahoo.com.
And they have two. It's mail.aol.com, and it says you can access it through Verizon.yahoo.com. Okay. And when you go on there, you're going to use your email address and your password. And at that point, there should be some settings in there where you can actually look at mail filters to see if there's a filter set up with your husband's email. Like sometimes I just found someone had blocked someone from emailing them as well as calling them. Like, I haven't gotten an email or a call from them in a month. And I'm like, oh, let me just check. And they're like, I would never block this person. Well, it turned out that they got actually blocked by accident. So I would check that to make sure that he's not, blocked on your email, and looking at your settings and looking at those filters.
On my iPad, I would go into Safari and then just put Verizon.
.yahoo.com or mail.aol.com and see where you can log in at. If you want to get a direct link, maybe you could reach out to Verizon to see which one of the two platforms they recommend. And if all looks good there, I would then go into your on your iPhone, you can always go into your settings and you can check that he's not blocked there. So you can go onto your settings and then mail and then check to see if he's blocked, because there's a little block section if you kind of scroll down, and it'll tell you, like right now there's an option.
Yeah, when I looked on there, no, he is not blocked.
Okay, so if he's not blocked, then, and you don't see him in that section, then definitely go and check the filters on mail.aol or verizon.yahoo.com.
Okay, thank you. We'll try
You're welcome. All right.
All right. And as always, even Susie added in that you're amazing and so knowledgeable and so patient, as we all do feel the same way. And Julius is going to be back with us for our next tech hour, Monday, August 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And he's also hosting on August 4th on a Thursday, Thrive and Vibe at 10 a.m. Eastern time. What is iCloud? What is streaming? And answering your questions about iCloud and streaming, because he's done one on that a while back. And there's so many new things and so many more people are into the streaming. And still to this day, we're still like, okay, here's the cloud. What's happening with him? Where's our stuff? There's baby Elijah right there.
Yes, that's a highly requested dude. Nicole and I were talking before. She said, you know, the next, Nicole said, oh, well, Elijah will be walking in the background. I'm like, well, actually, he'll be teaching the classes.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, this is the little dude, man. He's so cool. We're having a lot of fun with him.
So cute.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
He is growing fast.
He is. Too fast. It's crazy. He'll be 7 months this week, actually.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember when he was just born and he had the hospital bracelet on.
Yeah.
What an adorable baby.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So cute.
Amazing.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Thank you all.
Well, thank